into teachers' paychecks.
Overall, I was pleased because there was a lot in that budget that was dedicated to our schools. I was thrilled to see the extra money going towards counselors, our career and technical education programs, the Teachers Academy. Of course, there are areas where I'd love to see more, and I think we all would, and we know school funding is a big issue and teacher pay is a big issue, but it was a great step in the right direction. There's still a lot of movement down at the legislature to find a more sustainable funding source for our schools, and I've been meeting with representatives and senators to talk about their bills that they're introducing. And so I still think that there's hope to find more funding for our schools. I think this is just a good starting point, and we'll continue to move forward to see where there may be other funds available. We have created a committee, and we'll soon be releasing the names of who's on that committee, and that committee includes county superintendents, CFOs, CPAs, people with financial expertise and school finance expertise specifically. We want to see what's working well in the department and amplify those components, and then we want to find the areas that need improvement. We want to work together. The audit's not meant to be punitive, it's meant to be a baseline so that we can problem solve together and make sure that our funding system for our schools is running effectively and efficiently so that they get the money when they need it. At the end of the day, it's all about what our students need, and teachers feel frustrated when their workload is so much that they can't serve their students. They feel too overwhelmed, maybe they feel unqualified, they don't feel best equipped, they don't have maybe the programs or the tools that they need to support their students, and that's why teachers walked out. So we need to get to the root of the problem and come together to solve these types of education issues and teacher shortage issues to prevent a walkout. One of the other bills that I've been excited about seeing is a bill that was introduced by Senator Boyer, and it would reduce the restrictions of the 4-hour ELL block, which would make it so that our English learning students would have less restrictions in terms of for how many hours they're receiving their English instruction, and that actually shows a lot of promise and could have really significant outcomes for our English learning students, because they do have, unfortunately, a very high dropout rate, and because of this 4-hour model that has been a policy in Arizona for so long, Arizona actually has the lowest high school graduation rate of English learning students in the country. If I could accomplish one thing, it would be that there's a passion, again, for people to want to become teachers, to have more of a sense that it's a rewarding job, it's a great profession, and to have people, to see that in our young people coming up through elementary, middle, high school, college, like that people are saying, I want to be a teacher when I grow up, and then the more measurable goal would be that we would see decreased numbers in terms of the teachers quitting their jobs, and that we would have more teachers in the profession and not feel this weight of the teacher shortage. I sometimes need to remind teachers and education advocates that this is going to take time, and I know we all want that immediate big change because our students and schools need so much, but as long as we're moving in the right direction and being very transparent about and being held accountable to what steps we're taking to make progress, then I think that everyone will have a more positive outlook on the direction we're headed.